Hey everyone, welcome to the broadcast. My name is Jai Gobind and I am your channel for grace. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're here live, welcome in live. If you are watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. We are going to do a very special Valentine's Day relationship reading for all of you guys. So I will be going through the entire zodiac from all the way Aries to Pisces, picking 3 different cards from 3 different oracle decks, and they will all be regarding your relationships. Like, where are your relationships at? This could be romantic relationships, but it doesn't have to be. It can be relationships in general. Just know that just take it as it comes to you, right? And of course, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up right below. Leave a comment and tell us where you're tuning in from, and also if this video, the content of this video resonated with you. So other things you can do is check our website, eaglestaryoga.com, for special programs that are going on. We do have our Earth School for Lightworkers that has pretty much registration is up. All the information is below in the description of this video, all the links. So please check that out. And also I have actually recorded an entire video on the Earth School for Lightworkers, all of the information that you need to get started and to figure out if this is something that you want to do for yourself. Again, our website is eaglestaryoga.com. All social media links are on the description of this video, and let us get started. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I'm very excited to be here with you today, and I'm going to show you the 3 oracle decks that we're going to be using. So the first one is the Black Moon Astrology cards. These are super nice. I love these cards. We're also going to use the Everyday Goddess Affirmation cards. And third, we are going to use our Esther and Jerry Hicks, The Teachings of Abraham, a 60-card relationship deck. So this is specifically regarding relationships, and it's called Getting into the Vortex. So this is going to be a really fun reading. If you haven't yet, please share this video on your Facebook, share it on your Twitter, share it on Instagram. All social media will be awesome. And let us begin with Aries. All right, let's see, what does Aries need to know regarding their relationships, whether it is romantic relationships, whether it is like sibling relationships, any kind of relationships, work relationships, just in general. This is the message. It will come to you exactly as you need to hear it. Just trust in that, in the power of the cards to bring you exactly what you need to hear. Make sure also, before I continue, is so if you are an Aries rising, or have an Aries moon, this reading is for you. All of the readings are like that. So you can have up to 3 readings if you have 3 different signs in those positions. So here we go, Aries relationship reading. Here we go. There's your first card. You got the card of Judgment as the first card. Let's see what comes out for you from the Abraham Hicks cards. The Law of Attraction cards, which, if you guys have not looked into this specific topic, there's actually a lot of YouTube videos that you can watch from Abraham Hicks that are really, really good, and very, very informative as to the law of attraction and what the law of attraction means for you, and how you can activate basically a better way of using the law of attraction in your life. All right, here we go. Whoa, I'm excited about these readings. So Aries, Aries rising, or Aries moon. The first card you got is the Judgment card. And this isn't necessarily a bad message, right? It's not like you're gonna be judged. It's not like somebody's judging you. Let me read you what the bottom of the card says. It says, I awaken to the timelessness of body, mind, of body, spirit, and soul. All illusions are shattered. And so this card is saying that basically there's something about your relationships that is going to help you, something that's going to happen that's going to help you sort of open your eyes to what you're not seeing, maybe. It's also going to be very freeing, because I think that we tend to like judge ourselves a lot, and then at the same time we cause other people to judge us when we activate that energy. And so it's almost like freedom is coming. This is what the energy of this card is. It is about judgment, but it's more about the freedom from the judgment that you're going to be receiving. This is your card from the Abraham Hicks cards, Aries. It says, I have control of the vibration I offer. If you are experiencing a lot of judgment towards yourself or towards others, then that could be the meaning of the judgment card. I like to stick with positive readings though, because they can get a little, readings can get a little bit crazy if we talk too much about the negative, right? Because it's always like, my thought is, you can focus on the negative, but really what are you doing, right? You're not creating an opportunity for people to step into their higher power. We're not creating an opportunity for people to heal, to truly heal, and to understand and love and be compassionate. So I always try to bring a more positive vibe to readings in general. So I'll read the back of this card. I have control of the vibration I offer. Once you begin to believe or expect good feeling things to come, you're in the vortex. And once you get in there, now you are a cooperative component. Now you get to rendezvous with all of the good stuff that you have put there. And you can train yourself there. You can do it in a day. You have control over everything that rendezvous with you when you get control of the vibration that you offer. And you get control of the vibration that you offer when you care about how you feel. Now that's a powerful message, Aries. Let me read that little last part again. You have control over everything that rendezvous with you when you get control of the vibration that you offer. And you get control of the vibration that you offer when you care about how you feel. So the judgment card is here saying, you know, maybe we feel like we're getting to a point in our relationships that we feel like we're judging too much, right? Maybe we feel like we're being judged, right? The truth of the matter is, hey Diana, we're still on Aries. We just now started. This is going to be probably a pretty long video because I'm doing 3 cards for each of the signs. So this card says, this card from Abraham Hicks says, you are basically in charge of all of it. And that's the thing that we have to remember. We are in charge of our own energy. So as you are relating to other people's, because this is a special reading for relationships, for Valentine's Day. As you are relating to people, recognize the moments where you are dropping back into that judgment energy, and then recognize those moments where you feel a little bit judged. And how can you find balance within yourself? Because the truth is that whatever is coming at you, you're kind of attracting it. I know that's a little bit of a difficult thing to realize, especially if your life seems really hard, right? When our life seems good, we're just like super excited, and we, you know, there's an energy, you're like, oh yeah, I'm attracting all this, yeah, like the abundance, it's all coming to me and I'm bringing it, you know, and you own that, right? But then when things get a little crazy and your life isn't going as good as you'd like it to, you begin to say, I didn't create this, I didn't do this. And the law of attraction says you did, you just didn't know that you did. You didn't know you were doing it. So now that you know you're doing it, change the thought, change the feeling, and you're going to step into a whole nother world. You got, this is beautiful, you got the 11th house of friends. The 11th house of friends. So this is friendships strengthening for you, This is relationships activating. I mean, you can see the card. There's people and they're like hugging each other, and it's very beautiful. And there's very loving energy, loving relationships. When you step into your ability to acknowledge and own everything that you put out, basically comes back to you. When you start to own that energy, you are going to step into the most beautiful relationships that you could have ever imagined, Aries. So if you do judge a lot, or if you do feel judged, if you do judge a lot, try not to do it so much. If you feel judged, open yourself up to have compassion and maybe see what is it that you need to let go of, or what is it that you need to release. Because when we don't release, it tends to get harder and harder, and eventually we have to deal with it anyways, whatever it is that we're going through. But this beautiful card of the Friends is really the powerful message for you here, for your relationships, Aries, is that there's beautiful friendships that are here, that are coming, if you feel like they're not here yet. And this is a time to really love on the people that are around you, love on the people that are your friends, love on all the people that you have relationships with. The mantra of the Judgment card says, may I know God. That's perfect, because knowing God is understanding the law of attraction. Knowing God is understanding that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and that helps you step into that compassionate space. So that was your reading, Aries, for this very awesome Valentine's Day. And now we're going to move into Taurus. I will also post the timestamps at the end of the video once it's done processing. Anybody in here a Taurus? Feel free to comment below where you're tuning in from, especially if you're new to my broadcasts, and what your sign is, so I can start to get to know you guys, although it probably will take a while. Let's see. Taurus. Taurus relationship advice. Okay, there's one. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe. Actually, I have to respond to somebody that just tried to call me live on YouTube. Let's see if he comes in. All right, we're back at it. These Abraham cards are especially designed for relationships, so that's what makes them really, really cool. We're going to take our time with these today, because relationships can be a little crazy. I mean, everything in life really has to do with, you know, relationships. So it's a very powerful topic, to say the least. All right, let's see, Taurus. You put a message up and then you deleted it. I'm wondering what you were going to say. But hi there. Here we go. The first card that you got, Taurus, is the Sun card. This is a very vibrant energy card. Very powerful, action-oriented, strength. Fire is like the ability to make things happen. It's also about change and transformation. So that's, your relationships are sort of there. The bottom of the card says, I had words for my beloved. Oh, the bottom of the card says, I am blessed with the gift of life. I am free to create a life filled with joy, open and connected to God. What does that mean for your relationships? Well, that's exactly what it means. You are blessed with the gift of life, and you are free to create a life filled with joy. Bring the relationships in towards you that bring you joy, and let go of the relationships that don't bring you joy. Because when you connect yourself, to that energy of the gift of life, of joy, then you literally connect yourself to God. So yes, stop running. We have unspoken truth. The card that you got from the Abraham Hicks, it says, I came as an extension of source energy. And this is really cute because it's like this little image and she's in outer space and there's like stars and planets behind her. It's really sweet. So this card says, you came as physical extensions of source energy, understanding that you would explore contrast, causing expansion not only for you, but for all that is. You knew that you could find your way back to the resources of your source by feeling your way and by understanding that the relationship between you and you, your oversoul, is not one of separateness, but of alignment and resonance. When you master the art of allowing, your consistent alignment with the source within you, every other relationship will be beneficial and pleasurable. Beautiful. Let me read that last part. When you master the art of allowing, your consistent alignment with the source within you, every other relationship will be beneficial and pleasurable, which is all about Taurus energy for sure. Yes, Leah are divine. Here we go. Excuse me, I have a little itch in my throat. You also got, wow. So Taurus, you got the sun card, but then you also got the solar eclipse card of revolution. It's very, very much sun energy right now for you. Change, transformation. So fiery energy, change, transformation. Your relationships are kind of probably going through a lot of transformation, but your lesson within all of it is to keep connecting to your source energy and remember to allow things, right? Allow things to happen. Use your feelings, use your emotions as a guiding system for you to tell you which path to take. The easy way to do this is negative emotion, negative feelings, negative thoughts. That's the wrong way. Positive emotions, positive feelings, positive thoughts. That's the right way. So the more you can stay in that higher vibrational frequency, the more you're literally practicing the law of allowing. And that when you do this, every relationship will be beneficial and pleasurable. So yes. All right. And your mantra for the day is, may I live in the present moment. That's beautiful. What a beautiful message for all you Tauruses. All right, so who's a Gemini in here? I'm actually going to drink a little bit of my tea. Who's a Gemini in here? Anybody? Yes, my father has given me the gift to see everything. That's cool. What does that mean? Like literally? All right, this next reading is for all you beautiful Geminis. I'm a Gemini. So I love when I get to Gemini, selfishly. Okay, Gemini, here's your card from the Abraham Hicks cards. We've got, I see what you mean. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Really, this card really wanted to come out. Let's see. Here we go. And from the astrology cards. Oh, here we go. Okay. The first card you got, Gemini, is the Hermit card. The Hermit. So here we go. The Hermit says, I journey to a place of solitude to deepen my understanding of self-knowledge. I journey into a place of solitude to deepen my understanding of self-knowledge. The wisdom here in this card is that you have to go within before you can go without. Your job, Gemini, regarding your relationships is to go within and figure out, hey, happy cat, you're a Sag? Okay, cool. We haven't gotten to Sag yet, so hang in there. The only way to go to understand and fix and heal any relationships that you have whether they're romantic or any family, anything, is to go within, because in that internal process that the hermit goes through, you begin to learn where all your fears come from. You begin to learn where the healing needs to happen. You start to see like, okay, this is where the healing needs to happen. And you're only going to discover it if you actually dive deep and find it. Find it. Here we go. You got the card that says from the Abraham Hicks, the universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. The universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. And this is what the card says in the back. The law of attraction is the universal manager of all vibration, which expands to everything that exists through the universe. And so, at the same time that the law of attraction is responding to the vibrational content of your physical thoughts, it is also responding to the vibrational content of your inner being. So, as long as you continue to connect with your inner being, align with your inner being, those thoughts, you align your thoughts with your higher vibration, your soul or your oversoul, your inner being. When you do that, you actually surrender and to the law of attraction. And not just that, but you surrender to your expansion. Like the way that you're going to expand, Gemini, is by surrendering to the process. And what that means is also becoming aware of what's going on, right? So you got the second house, and it says owning. So what you have to do, Gemini, in your relationships, I think it's time for Geminis to own like where they're at. You have to own how you feel. You have to own how you think. You have to step outside of the fear. You have to dive deep. That's the hermit telling you. You have to go deep into the process of introspection so that you can, in the end, own yourself, own your thoughts, own your patterns, and not blame anyone else, and actually step into the flow of the universe, so that the higher you align with the higher frequencies, the higher thoughts, then the more you attract more of those things into your life, Gemini. And your mantra is, may I know my true self. So Gemini, this is a relationship with yourself that's being presented here. This is pointing to a relationship. It's like you within you. And that's what's going to create abundance in the relationships outside of you, is to go within. All right, let's go into Cancer. First I pull a goddess card, then I pull an Abraham Hicks card, and then I pull an astrology deck card. What are you guys' sign, those of you that are watching? What's your sign? Cancer, 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 relationship advice. Here we go. This is for Cancer. Interesting, Cancer. Hey, Willie, how's it going? Thanks for being in here, you guys. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and click like on the video. I would really appreciate that. So Cancer, wow, this is really cool. So you got the card of the Wheel of Fortune, which the Wheel of Fortune represents infinite possibilities. You're Virgo, Pisces, Virgo, Pisces, Moon, Libra, and Venus. Awesome. So this is for Cancer. There's infinite possibilities being presented to you by the universe. It's like spin the wheel, right? It says there are infinite number of possibilities in my life. Here is the interesting card for you. It says our opinions about our children can influence their behavior. And there's a beautiful picture of a mama and a baby. the more you see things in your child that you do not want to see, the more of that you will see. And so, the behavior that you elicit from your child is more about you than it is about your child. This is actually true of all of your relationships. But since you think about your child more than you do of most others, your opinion about your child plays a greater role in its behavior. So this card is pointing to two very major things. For one, we have a relationship. You might have children in your life. This might be about your child. Like this might be the relationship between you and your child. And for Cancers that are so nurturing, they want to, you know, they want to see the best, right? They want to be there. They want to kind of, I think maybe sometimes they get a little bit too in your face, you know, and you're like, hey, back up, you know, and that can happen with little kids. They can actually get overwhelmed with their parents being like in their face, right? But the other relationship that this points to is, well, it says this, the same thing, it goes for all of the relationships, right? Hey, Danny, happy Valentine's Day. So it goes for all relationships. This card, basically what you see in others is basically like the more you see things in your child that you do not want to see, okay? So it's like the focus, the focus is when you look at someone and you're in a relationship and you see things that you don't want to see, the more you focus on seeing those things that you do not want to see, the more of them you're going to see. And this could also be referring to your relationship with your inner child. Like, how do you treat your inner child? How are you, you know, inside? What's the internal process? The truth is that you have infinite possibilities right here. So healing is always possible. And you know you can take your relationships in any way that you want to. I think the focus for you is to make sure that you're not going in the direction of negativity, right? Make sure that you're not activating the wrong, like the wrong thing. And the third card that you got is the earth element, which is all about stability. So your relationships are actually very stable right now. Even if you feel like they're not, at least within yourself and within your energy field, you have this energy of the earth, of stability, and it's grounding you so that you are able to step into relationships with a better understanding. Because when you ground yourself and then you move forward to speak to someone or to be with someone or anything that has to do with a relationship, even with yourself, right? When you ground, when you meditate, when you do the things that bring you stability, you're much more able to deal with anything that comes up. But Cancer, there's infinite possibilities. Remember be aware of what you're focusing on. If you're focusing on the negative, know that you're going to see more of that in people. And if you are having difficulty with your child, because this card did come up, then just remember that. That's the message. The more you see what you don't want to see in your child, the more of it you're going to see. A lesson I'm about to learn from you today. Yes. Nice. I'm drinking my tea. I have like an itch in my throat. It's like really annoying. All right, here we go. Leo. I'm a Leo moon, so it's like Leo rising, and Leo moon. This is a reading for you. And thank you guys for being here. Make sure to share this video and subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. Ooh, there we go. And from this awesome deck, you get, there it is. And, ooh, oh my goodness gracious. This is, damn, sorry, I'm just like, whoa. It's kind of crazy, Leos. You're getting a crazy message. Wow. Wow. Okay, here we go. So the first card that you got is the Emperor card, or the Empress, but it's really the Emperor. You see how she's got an eagle and a lion? It's like she's in her freaking power. At the bottom, the card says, I lead with wisdom, integrity, and virtue. I lead with wisdom, integrity, and virtue. And, oh, I didn't read your, hang on, let me read Cancer's affirmation. I didn't do their affirmation. Their affirmation is, may I understand the nature of God. So you got the Emperor first, Leo. The second card you got is, should I leave or should I stay? My. It is very empowering to discover that your patterns of thought do not have to follow your current situation, and therefore your current situation on all subjects can change. We do not recommend taking the physical action of leaving a relationship without deliberately coming into thought alignment with the new desires that have been born out of your current relationship. And then, whether you stay in this relationship or move to another, you can have exactly what you desire. Yes, Taurus Sun from Missouri. Hey there. So wow, that's powerful. These messages are just like, they're kind of deep. If you haven't like dove into Abraham Hicks or anything like that, these messages can be a little bit intense. But this card says, it is very empowering to discover that your patterns of thought do not have to follow your current situation, and therefore your current situation on all subjects can change. We do not recommend taking the physical action of leaving a relationship without deliberately coming into thought alignment with the new desires that have been born out of your current relationship. And then, whether you stay in this relationship or move to another, you can have exactly what you desire. That's powerful, Leo. And the card that you got is the Gemini card, which is thinking. Think about it, right? Align your thoughts. Align your thoughts to a higher vibrational frequency. What is it that you desire? Start to think about those things more than anything else. And you will attract that to you. That's the law of attraction. That's like the game that we play every day. And as a Leo, this is like, right? This is like the king, right? The emperor, you know, you have the power. You are this, like, the lion is even in the card, you know what I mean? And so the power is with you. You have the power. All you have to do is just like align your thoughts. That's a powerful message. And then whatever you want in your relationships will come. Your mantra is, may I use my personal authority and power wisely. That's a powerful mantra. May I use my personal authority and power wisely. All right, who's Virgo in here? Virgo rising, or Virgo moon. Virgos. What are you dealing with, Virgos? Might be a lot. I know a lot of Virgos that are going through some crazy shit. Virgo, that's the one. Wow. I'm going forward. Nice. Okay. All right, Virgo. First card you got is the Temperance card. The Temperance card. I think this card means slow down. I don't know why I think it means that, but that's what I'm feeling is the message. It's like, take a little more time to yourself. May the Lord make me an instrument of peace. That's what the card says. May I, may the Lord make me an instrument of peace. So it's a very beautiful prayer. It's the St. Francis prayer, I believe. But what this means is when you step into, as a person, when you step into that energy, may the Lord make me an instrument of peace. It's like the reason why I call this channel the channel for grace, because becoming a channel for grace is opening yourself up to receive, to like channel the energies, right? To become an instrument of peace. And when you become that instrument of peace, it's like this energy just like comes over you, and you give that to everyone you see, everyone you meet, everyone you're in a relationship with, right? So when you think of yourself as a channel for grace, as an instrument of peace, you allow, it's like you let down your guard a little bit. You calm yourself down a little bit. You find more balance in your life. And the card that you got from the Abraham Hicks card says, billions of us are living in perfect diversity. So here's the next message. The diversity of our planet is of tremendous value and benefit, because from variety springs all new ideas and expansion. Without the diversity, there would be complacency and endedness. You are billions of people living the perfect diversity just as you knew you would, constantly asking for improvement and thereby setting up for the next generation that improved life experience. If you understand that and no longer clamored for the one right way to live, things would go better for you sooner. Ouch. You're welcome. That actually is kind of a gnarly message. The diversity of your planet is of tremendous value and benefit, because from variety springs all new ideas and expression. Without the diversity, there would be complacency and endedness. You are billions of people living the perfect diversity just as you knew you would, constantly asking for improvement and thereby setting up for the next generation that improved life experience. If you understand that and no longer clamored for the one right way to live, things would go better for you sooner. So are you being a little bit too, do you have too many expectations, Virgo? Are you putting too many things, that the conditions, right? That's the word I'm looking for. Are you putting conditions on the way that your life needs to be? Are you able to accept people for how they are, how different they are, right? Are you being too critical of yourself, Virgo? Are you being too critical of others? Can you surrender to being the channel for grace, the instrument for peace? And can you step into a more balanced life? You got the Libra card of balance. Can you find more balance in your life? That's a beautiful, beautiful message for the Virgos. And your mantra is the temperance, temperance, temperance. May I see the invisible world and visible world as one. Connect the two. So that's that same energy. It's like become the channel for grace. Merge the two worlds together. You're going to understand so much more about what's going on with your relationships when you just trust that you are one with the universe, or whatever you want to call it, God, the universe. There's a beautiful quote from Yogi Bhajan. He says, God and me and God are one. And it's a beautiful mantra. It's actually a meditation that you chant. And you say this: God and me and God are one. You chant that over and over. So beautiful. God and me and God are one. And you just keep taking a deep breath and then chanting that over and over, and it brings the essence of what this reading basically was all about into being, into your energy field. So that might be something that you want to look up. That actual meditation might be something that you might want to do, Virgo. All right, Libra. Anybody in here a Libra? Libra, 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 Libra. All right, what's the message for Libra for relationships? Remember, this can be romantic relationships, but it doesn't have to be. So speak of, listen to the cues for what it is for you. What is it talking about? What relationship is it talking to you about? Is it talking to you about your relationship to yourself? Is it talking to you about your relationship to other people? Partner relationships, lover relationships? Or is it talking to you about sibling relationships, friendships? What is it talking to you about? You can discover that message yourself. You don't need somebody to tell you, like, it's got to be like this, it's got to be like that, you know? Because if you're not, if you can't interpret the messages yourself, you're going to have a hard time figuring out, like, what to do if there's some decision that you have to make, right? So listen for the clues. Listen for those gut reactions so that in your mind you're like, that's it. I had this like experience when she said that. When that card popped up and I looked at it, I had this reaction to it, right? Those are the clues. That's what tells you, like, something powerful about that card, something powerful about that message, things that make the bell ring, right? All right, here we go. Wow, okay, Libra, you got the Chariot card. All right, Corinne, here we go. The Chariot card is a beautiful card because I always say that in the Chariot card, it's like your chariot has arrived and it's going to take you wherever you want to go. It's your one ride out of here to exactly where you want to go. The card says, I wisely use my personal power and power of choice to do my work in the world. I wisely use my personal power and power of choice to do my work in the world. Okay, this is you stepping forward, meeting it halfway, right? The card that you got from the Abraham Hicks is, I intend to see the best in everyone. Don't you always, Libra? I intend to see the best in everyone, okay? This is what the card looks like. Look, this is so beautiful. You can never consistently motivate anybody to anything, okay? Know that. First of all, let's just get that out there. But when you see the best of them and you go over to where your version of the best of them is, and you align with that and offer one signal, now you are part of the inspiration you see. Have you ever had that experience? Have you ever had that experience yourself when someone sees you and loves you and expects the best of you? Do you not shine in ways you never shined before? And do you not find it really hard to shine when another does not look for the best in you? Whoa, Libra. That's a powerful message of relationship. You can never consistently motivate anyone to anything, but when you see the best in them and you go over to where your version of the best of them is, and you align with that and offer one signal, now you are part of the inspiration you see. Amazing. I mean, wow. Like, I love that card. I love that message. I think it's very, very powerful for you, Libra. The card that you got from the Black Moon Astrology deck is the Yod, which is a very powerful combination that can be in your astrology chart that looks like this. It looks like a triangle, and it's all about a destiny. It's all about moving into your destiny. So here's the beautiful thing. So here's the really beautiful message for Libra. Your chariot has arrived. The Chariot is going to take you towards your destiny. The way you're going to get there, so the journey there is going to be for you to realize that in order to have good relationships in your life, in order for your relationships to be what you want them to be, you have to see the other people in your relationship as at their best, right? Like how are they going to be at their best? You have to look at them like that, because that's the way you're going to get from getting on the horse to getting to your destiny. So you inspire in them to be the best when you see them at their best, when you expect them to be at their best, when you react, when you see the person in front of you not as having the flaws that they have, but as of transcending all of those things and being like a full, whole, healed person. And your mantra is, please integrate and align my actions in the world with the supreme knowledge of the will of God. Another powerful message. Libra, that was epic. All right, Scorpios. Where my Scorpios at? Let me know if you're a Scorpio in the chat. And please share the video and subscribe and hit that thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Especially if you like the video, of course, if you like the video, you know. All right, Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Here we go. Okay, this card just kind of flew out of there. Oh, yes. Okay, Scorpio. The first card that you got is the Fool card. And the Fool card is about being in bliss. It's like being so happy. You're like, you have not a care in the world. You're like, da da da, da da da. You're just living this amazing like energy, and people can see it around you. The bottom of the card says, I ask the question and cultivate an open mind. So this is also a card of opening yourself up to receive wisdom from the universe. So what is it that you're wanting to receive wisdom about? Well, you got the card that says relationships I don't want, clarify those I do want. This could be the answer to your question. Yeah, you're welcome. Whenever you know what you do not want, you always know more clearly what you do want. So, in any poignant moment of awareness of another person's undesirable situation, give your undivided attention to the idea of improvement that has hatched from your interaction/observation. And as you learn to do that, not only will you be of increasing value to others, but you will see how your relationships with others add immeasurably to your own becoming. Scorpio, Scorpio, Pisces moon. Nice. Well, that's a lot of Scorpio. So when you know, I'll read it again because these cards can get a little crazy, a little wordy. Whenever you know what you do not want, basically this, like when you see the contrast, it helps you to see that, okay, I definitely don't want that. I know what I want and I know what I don't want. And that's the first step. You gotta know that, right? Whenever you know what you do not want, you always know more clearly what you do want. So in any poignant moment of awareness of another person's undesirable situation, give your undivided attention to the idea of improvement that has hatched from your interaction or observation. And as you learn to do that, not only will you be of increasing value to others, but you will see how your relationships with others add immeasurably to your own becoming, because you begin to realize, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. It gets more and more clear the more relationships you continue to have. And when you're in that space, right, what happens is you find your answers, right? This is the process of finding your answers. What do you want? What do you not want in a relationship? Whether you're in one, whether you're looking for one, whether you're single, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's like relationships are relationships, and they're like the biggest thing in our lives. We don't live without relationships. We're social beings. So as human beings, we desire to be with other people. Yes, there are people that love to be all alone, but they're still in relationship with themselves. You know what I mean? It's like you're never out of relationship. And that's why it's such a powerful topic and people are so like drawn towards it, right? And you also got the card of the moon, which is all about your emotions and your soul, connecting to your soul, connecting to understanding your emotions and how they flow, how they ebb and flow, how they get intense and then they kind of come down. And your emotions are also your guiding system. It's going to be part of the process that helps you figure out what you do want and what you don't want. And your mantra for today is, what do I need to know? What do I need to know? That's your mantra. That's your question that you got to ask yourself. What do I need to know? Sagittarius is next. I think there was somebody in here that was a Sagittarius. So let's see what the message is for you regarding relationships. We got Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Pisces, and then we'll be finished. Okay, the card that you got, Sagittarius, is the Empress. She's very grounded. She's very connected to nature. She's very fruitful. She creates the abundance around in her life by her energy, by the way that she is, by loving, by understanding the power of abundance and the power of fruits, like the fruits of your labor. The bottom of the card says, I see the sacred in all beings and myself. That is the key, right? Here you go, another relationship advice. I see the sacred in all beings and myself. The card from the Abraham deck says, I can focus on what I do want in a relationship. By focusing upon the wanted characteristics of those around you, you train your vibrational offering to match only the best in them. This is very similar to the card we just got for Scorpio. And then the law of attraction can no longer match you up with the worst in them. When you focus upon the worst in them and train your vibrational offering to match only the worst in them, the law of attraction can no longer match you up with the best in them. So the message for you too, Sagittarius, is see the sacred. Yeah, you're welcome. See the sacred all around you. Connect with the sacred. See the sacred in the other person. Focus on what you do want in the other person. Don't focus on what you don't want in a relationship, because that's going to bring more of the same, right? You also got the 8th house. The 8th house of endings and beginnings. This is like the death, the birth, life, death, and then rebirth energy. It's something ends in order for something to begin. And we have to make room for what is ending for the thing that's coming in, that's a new beginning. So there's a new beginning coming for you. Focus on the sacred in the other people of your relationships, whether partner relationships, family relationships, doesn't matter. Focus on what you do want in other people. That's what's going to improve your relationships, Sagittarius. And your mantra is, may I feel love for and connection with all beings. May I feel love for and connection with all beings. You're welcome. All right, Capricorns. Let's see Capricorns. I will be putting up the in the description the timestamps for the video after it processes. Okay, Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Yeah, this is awesome, you guys. I love doing these readings. So this is a special Valentine's Day relationship readings. And there's your card, Capricorn. There's that one. Well, yours are coming out quick. I will be putting out soon, very soon, by next week, another video of pick a card video where I'll have 5 card decks and you get to pick one, and it's going to be an intuitive message of what you need to know right now. So make sure you subscribe so you get in on those videos too. So Capricorn, you got the moon. The moon. Do you see the black wolf and then the white wolf, the yin and the yang energy? And you see this like beautiful, like motherly figure, feminine, the sacred divine feminine energy, the element of water in the background, the clouds, the bright light of the moon. I mean, this is like a powerful message of the feminine here for you and of your emotions, because obviously the moon is your emotions. So something about your emotions is a big thing to do right now with your relationships. And here's the card that you got from the Abraham deck. Life is supposed to be good for me. Hey, Tisha, how are you? Life is supposed to be good for me. That is our strongest message to you. Life is supposed to be good for you. Do your best to find the best of the positive aspects that surround you. Look for things to appreciate, even if there aren't that many. Look for things to feel good about, right? The moon, the emotions. Give your attention as best as you can to the best things that are going on in your experience, with the determination to train yourself into the best feeling vibration that you can find right here and now. Both of these, powerful. Use your emotions to feel your way into the magic. And you got the, oh, this is interesting, you got the south node of life's debts. So the south node, so the north node is like about, you know, going out there and expanding, and it's like a happy, joyous thing, right? But then when you get to the south node, it's like, it's a little bit crazy energy. It's a little bit more karmic things that are happening, right? So the more that you, so this card in this reading is more about karma, right? The more that you use your emotions to step into that higher frequency, that higher vibration, the more you're going to clear your karma. You'll get a kick out of this. I named my son. What did you name your son? Right? The more you're going to clear your karma, you're going to step outside of the cycles, because your life will no longer be driven by, you know, with a non-conscious emotional out of control situation, because you're going to start training yourself to use your emotions for more positive change in your life. And your mantra is, please give me guidance on how to safely explore the mysteries of God. Corbin, after Corbin Dallas. That's awesome. Give me guidance on how to safely explore the mysteries of God. Multipass. 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 She knows it's a multipass. I am Corbin Dallas. Sorry, that was really random, but I love that movie. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. All right, what's your relationship reading, Aquarius, for this beautiful Valentine's Day? Although this day is kind of weird. Does anybody else feel a little weird today? Like weird energy? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Some people are probably like so happy-go-lucky, like Valentine's Day. To me, it's not that crazy of a day. However, it does bring up a lot of relationship stuff, kind of like when Christmas comes around. I don't really like it. It's not that I don't like Christmas. It's just I never felt a connection with the holiday, with the tradition. And so when I just kind of, and the day of, I'm like, I want to be able to go out and like go eat and do stuff and have fun. And I'm like stuck at home because everything's closed. Which is, it's intense because for me, I'm like, think, go, 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 right? That's my energy. And everything shuts down. And I'm like, it drives me crazy. Anyways, all right. A message for Aquarius. Ooh, that was it right there. I wanted to like fly out. Ooh, you got the Magician. Nice. You kind of are the Magician. Let's see. Let's see. And there's your card is flying out the bottom. And then your astrology card, Aquarius. So this is Aquarius, Aquarius rising, and Aquarius moon. Ooh, wow, this is a powerful reading. First card you got is the Magician. The power is in your hands. It's like, you can do this. You can do anything you want because you have that magical power. And the mantra on this card is, that which I create in the world returns to me. That's the law of attraction right there. That's your first clue. That which I create in the world returns to me. This is exactly how relationships work. I can stop attracting don't wants by attention to do wants. Okay? You cannot rid the world of things that bother you. You have to go rid your vibration of things that bother you. And when you rid your vibration of things that bother you, no things that bother you can come. But you cannot really rid anything from your vibration because there is no exclusion in this attraction-based universe. The only way to stop attracting something that you don't want is by giving your attention to something that you do want, but you have to take small steps in it. So that's beautiful because the Magician is like, you can do this. And then the next card is like, hey, the way that you're going to do this is take the baby steps to get to where you want to go. If there's something in your life, if there's something in your relationships that is not working out, what do you want, right? What do you want? Because what you create in the world is going to return to you. Boom, right there. And the third card that you got is the Saturn card, Truth. This is the authority, right? The authority planet, right? Your truth is a huge important part in your relationships. Find your truth. That's exactly what the card before it said. Focus on what you do want. That's your truth. What you focus on becomes your truth, right? So Saturn says what you focus on becomes your truth. And so when you focus on something that you do not want, that becomes your truth. And then that's the authority, the Saturn energy in your life. It takes over because you can't have it any other way. That's what you're creating in the world that's returning to you with the Magician card. When you focus on what you do want, that becomes the authority in your life. And that is what returns to you. What you create, that returns to you. That's a powerful message, Aquarius. Your mantra is, give me guidance for seeing the infinite world behind my eyes. Give me guidance for seeing the infinite world behind my eyes. Boom. Big bada boom. Exactly. All right, here we go. Pisces is the last reading here. Make sure to subscribe, you guys, if you haven't yet. Ooh, you got the Lovers card, Pisces. Yay! Somebody got the Lovers card. Thank the Lord. On Valentine's Day. Oh my God, I was wondering if that card was going to show up. Oh my goodness. That's pretty funny. And there's your second card. And need forward movement, Aquarius. You've got the Aquarius. The forward movement is there. The magician, you've got the power. You have to not forget how strong you are. That's why you have to train yourself to focus on the positive. The forward movement is there. You're going no matter what. It's just where you're going. That's what changes. So the Lovers card. Yay! On Valentine's Day. This could be a card of like, you know what? You might be the one sign that's like actually in this space today. You're definitely part of my soul tribe. And yes, I am basing that mostly on a shared love of the fifth element. Well, that movie has like a certain energy to it. It's like, yeah, you're welcome, Tisha. It's like, it's very light worker friendly, I guess you could say. Save the world, right? With love. All right. And it's so Valentine's Day. The card says, I see the divine in myself reflected in another. That is so beautiful. It's like you are the channel for grace, and then you are reflected in another being, which makes them a channel for grace too. So when you're both that beautiful channel for grace together, this is what makes you like the lovers. It doesn't have to be in the sense of like the lovers of, you know, man, woman, woman, man, or gay relationships or whatever, right? Whatever kind of partnership. It doesn't have to be like that. But what it means is you activate your heart center. You activate that center of love. And that's what makes you lovers. It's like lovers of life, lovers of love. That even makes sense. The card that you got from the Abraham deck is, I will not try to control the uncontrollable. Very, very important. We want you to reach the place where you are willing, not just willing, determined, not just determined, eager to let go of the need to control of things that are uncontrollable, like what anybody else is doing, and give your undivided attention to the only thing you can control, which is how you feel in any given circumstance. In other words, we want you to leave this moment saying, I've decided that I'm going to take life as it comes, and I'm going to do the best that I can do in the midst of what I'm doing. We want you to reach the place where you are willing, not just willing, determined, not just determined, eager to let go of the need to control things that are uncontrollable. So that is the message. Yes, love does heal all. That is the message that's coming very strong for you, Pisces, because the way that this works, right? So the card that says, the Lover's card that says, I see the divine in myself reflected in another, that means that you have let go of the need to control the things that are uncontrollable. Because you cannot be in the space of wanting to control something and then also accepting it, right? It's always a challenge. That's always a challenge, to let go, let things kind of happen on their own. And the card that you got from the astrology deck is the 10th house, which is all about the world. Being out there in the world, right? Bringing the world into here and also being out there in the world. This is interesting because I think, you know, to me what this says, it's like there's an expansion happening here, right? So what this represents is like the Lover's card is the card where you see the divine in everyone else. The Abraham card tells you, you know, the way that you can achieve that is by letting go of the need to control what is uncontrollable. Because when you see the divine in yourself reflected in others, this changes the dynamic of all of your relationships. And what it essentially does, it connects you to everyone. It connects you to the world, because like if we all had the ability to see the divine in us reflected in another, then the world would literally be a better place. Do you know what I mean? And your card is, your mantra is, may I experience divine love, which is beyond relationships, right? Divine love is beyond relationships. It's like the relationship between you and God. That's you and your inner being, your inner God, right? So, all right, you guys, woohoo, that was awesome. We got through it. It took us about an hour, but we got through it. Thank you guys so much for being here in this video. If you were in here live, thank you for the comments. I really appreciate it. Please share this video wherever you can in social media. That helps to get more views, more subscribers to the channel. If you haven't yet done so, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I'm going to be posting the timestamps as soon as the video is done processing. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I hope if any of you guys have plans for the rest of the day, that you have amazing experiences and very loving experiences, and that you get to be in that space of love, pure compassion, connected to your heart center. Our registration for the Earth School for Lightworkers is open, so make sure to check that out. All of the information is in the description below of this video. Also the website, eaglestaryoga.com, and all the links to all of the other stuff that I do. I think someday I'll make a video to tell you guys all about everything else that I do that's outside of these videos on YouTube. Anyways, Sat Nam, you guys, and I'll be back tomorrow for our usual daily spiritual evolution reading. Beautiful peace and harmony. Thank you, and have an awesome day, you guys. Sat Nam.